college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Texas State Bobcats, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Bobcats ready to get this thing started and open the season. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Texas's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive plays, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
Man, let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Manning. Catch in the middle, it's Boston. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. So Texas State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Bobcats want to pick up the tempo. Off the play fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Gonna run it. It's Hardy. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Wingo. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, the portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. The give on the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, the quarterback had the look he wanted. He had his big fella down here in the red zone. That's supposed to be an easy pitch and catch, but his buddy puts it on the floor.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Moves around to clear up the vision. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here.
And this offense trusted their quarterback. 3rd down and short, they give him the football, tell him to go make a play. Nothing open, what does he do? We're in field goal range. We're in a good spot here. Throws the football away, makes the right decision.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Off play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's It's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had it.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch inside the 40. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to the ground. Not much there on the line. He gets 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Wingo. He's got enough, it'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick completion to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Boston. Touchdown, Texas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum. But unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, they just haven't been able to pull away. They are up by 7 over Fresno State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Bobcats will hustle to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Finds his big tight end and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for once.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it in the middle, it's Sparks. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Bobcats will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a gap, it's Hardy. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Back to pass, it's Manning. Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Sweet cut there.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll try the left side. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. He's got 59 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. The Longhorns are marching down the field. Give to the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To the air, it's Manning. Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And he had just enough to will that one home. And that will extend their lead even further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. He'll keep it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Bobcats headed quickly to the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Reddick. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, right? I mean, you saw him throw it, a couple plays ago, and you see him take off and run. They've got to do something to kind of put him at least in a little bit of thinking, a little bit of doubt, a little bit of pressure, because right now he's starting to get in the rhythm, and that's not good for this defense.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, first down here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. The Bobcats are in the hurry up. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
And the Bobcats send out the punt unit. A low line drive and not his best work. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Off the play fake on first down. Might be looking to run. Crosses the 30. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run, but what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit, but talking to some...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Shakes off the defender. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Grab near the marker. It's Wingo. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Florida is currently ahead on the scoreboard, but it's clear Tim Tebow's not out there, and because of that, I don't see a blowout today in the Swamp. They're up by 7 over FIU. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Pulls it in. It's Reddick. Turns it on in midfield. Turning it on. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas State. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. From inside the 10, here he comes. Makes a move. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. Sometimes you hope a return will give you good field position. Sometimes it puts a touchdown on the board like that 93-yarder just did. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room and couldn't find much on that return. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Back to pass. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run play action. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll back them up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Finds a little space.
Returner is tackled at the 44, and your Texas Longhorns will take over.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. Fires left. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Extending the play. Quickly to the tight end. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chain.
And I like that. Third and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man. It's Boston. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Texas!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Texas.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
4 wideouts set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Reddick. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Here comes the heat. Complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Evans. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
And the Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the block. The heat got to him. Scoops it up on the move. Touchdown Longhorns! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And they did a really nice job on that punt block. They haven't showed that this year yet, so they overloaded the one side. They used their speed to get the block, and then how about scooping and scoring and taking it to the crib?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Florida is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Gainesville for some time. They're up 14 over FIU. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Offense in a split backfield. Used the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Butler. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Offense gets set for second down. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football, Dave.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Manning. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass, it's Manning. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Some tough running there to create a little space and get it out to the 10. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Looking for space, it's Spencer. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
And the Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The sure hands, it's Butler. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He takes it at the 45. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized.
False start on offense.
Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got an open man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Hauls it in. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. There he goes. He's got 98 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
3rd and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Leaves it with the back. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. Here comes the Texas offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need...
Breaks into the open. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas!
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
PAT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house.
Set to kick it off. Texas.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are